We're playing with toys.
Yeah, sorry, we're really enthralled by toys right now.
Thanks, Sidecar. Man, we're joined right now by Matthew Rose, the producer, working on Starlink, Battle for Atlas. Thank you so much for coming out.
Oh, thanks for having me.
We had one of maybe the most exciting moments so far of E3.
Yes.
Was just a few minutes ago when one of your coworkers that's here with you flew in the Arwing. Literally, he came into the room going, and I said, "Are you making flying noises?" He said, "Yeah, you gotta make flying noises."
Of course.
It comes off the stand. That's so cool.
Yeah, this is the legendary Arwing starship. We had a pretty cool announcement recently at our press conference to announce, Star Fox is coming as exclusive content to the Nintendo Switch version of Starlink. And we've got Fox McCloud here as well. You can play as Fox throughout the entire campaign, fully voice acted with the original cast. And that all comes actually in the starter pack on Nintendo Switch. So it's pretty exciting.
So that you said that comes in the starter pack.
Yeah.
So it's not like an extra thing. It's
No, absolutely, and it's really fully integrated. It also includes exclusive Star Fox missions in the game, featuring some friendly faces that you may recognize.
Yeah, I think we saw some in the trailer. Yeah.
Right there. You said so it's fully voiced for the campaign. Can you tell us a little bit more about the story that we shall expect to see in Starlink?
Yeah, absolutely. So Starlink is.
Let me help you out. I'll hold that. That way you can concentrate on talking.
So Starlink is an open world action adventure game that takes players 400 light years away from Earth to a star system called Atlas, which is in the Pleiades star cluster. And it follows the journey of a group called the Starlink Initiative, who form on Earth and set off to explore the stars. But unfortunately, when they arrive in Atlas, they discover that the galaxy is not always the friendliest place. And upon arriving, they're ambushed, and they make some new friends in Atlas. Fox McCloud and the team are there. So Fox is there, for his own purposes, which more will be revealed soon. And they all meet up and join forces to take on a group called the Forgotten Legion.
And I think one of the cool things you mentioned, we already know that there's customization is a big deal in this game as far as the starships go. But you said that even the Arwing itself, you can take it apart and do customizations on it that maybe aren't in line with previous Star Fox games.
Yeah, absolutely. So, one of the central parts of Starlink is that, every one of the starships is completely modular. So you can take them apart. I can take off the wings, and you can take things apart. You can stack them. You can reverse them. So if I want to make my own custom version of the Arwing here, I kind of like this reverse configuration. Is pretty cool. But you can even go crazy and you can stack parts on parts, and whatever you build will instantly appear in game, and will change your gameplay abilities. It'll reconfigure. And so you can add weaponry on, and something that's exclusive about the Arwing is that if you don't attach any additional weapons on top of the ships, they'll actually operate just like they do in the Star Fox game with a classic laser, the charge shot. You can do a barrel roll.
I was going to ask. That was my follow-up question.
You can do a barrel roll down to the fine details of we've been really, really true to the Star Fox game. So when you do a barrel roll, it'll reflect the projectiles that are coming in, just like it does in Star Fox.
And so seeing this physical toy here as a part of Starlink, is that like a crucial part of playing the game? Are you buying these physical pieces and putting them together and recreating them as your own, or can you experience the game just with the video game itself?
Yeah, so actually the modular starships were really at the core of the inception of Starlink. But what we found is that the game has a really broad appeal amongst multiple age demos. And we know that not everyone necessarily is into playing with toys, or maybe you're trying to live a minimalist lifestyle or something. So you can actually get the game digitally. You can play digitally, with Fox as well, and the Arwing. And so, not only can you play the whole experience digitally, but even if you're buying the toys and collecting the modular starships, each one that you connect is going to unlock a digital version of itself. So you can imagine that on Switch, you might want to be playing on your TV, and you've got your starships, and you're mixing and matching them and swapping, but then take your Switch on the go play on the bus. You can keep right off going. You've got your full collection right there digitally.
You have to bring your bag of Arwing
exactly.
modular ships with you,
modular ships with you as you're playing.
So I guess all of the customization then in that case is handled digitally, like in the game interface, as opposed to physically manipulating.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not quite as kind of quick as intuitive as swapping the toy. One of the amazing things with the toy is it really gives this absolutely intuitive way to reconfigure that ship. You know exactly how to do it right away. You don't have to learn the menus and things, learn the interface. But yeah, you still have that same experience and access to your full collection.
Will Fox be able to pilot other ships, or will
Absolutely.
other pilots be able to pilot
Absolutely.
Arwing?
So every single part in Starlink is compatible with every other part. So you can put any pilot in any ship with any wing with any weapon. You can mix and match ships. You could even take wings from other ships and stack them on to build your custom Arwing on top of these. So you can you have a lot of freedom for how you build and how you explore. Freedom's really kind of at the core of the game, at the core of the experience. From traveling around the worlds to how you can build the toys to how you can collect and play.
So when you say collect and play, and you're building these ships and having these experiences and playing with Fox McCloud here, is there a material collecting component, or is it an unlocking system, a progression system? Can you explain a little bit more about the mechanics of the game?
Sure. So as this kind of deep living open world RPG, there's a ton of ways to progress and level up and augment your experience. So players, of course, are going to be able to collect different starships. So we have a variety of different packs where you can go and buy new starships to add to your game. You can get digital versions of those that you could add on. But once you're in that game, you can also level up, so you can mod and augment all of your parts. You can swap out your ship's core, the armor, booster mods. Same with all of your weapons. And then each pilot has a full skill tree. You can level them up and progress those. And it goes way farther than that. Like you can level up the mothership, and there's kind of a whole metagame with the different factions. So it's a super deep game.
This is a very multi-level RPG that we're getting into.
It's a huge open world game.
It's not just pew pew space.
No. It's really a big living open world game, and actually that living aspect is something that we've only just barely scratched the surface of, but I think is one of the things that I'm most excited about, where every single enemy, every ally, every animal on every single planet are always living their lives simultaneously. So if you were to go in the game and just put the controller down and walk away, the Forgotten Legion would actually progress and take over and infect every single planet. So you're really that agent of change. And you can use that to your advantage. If you go down to a world and build up a bunch of defense bases, build some turrets, they'll keep fighting back against the Legion even when you're not there.
So where can we put in like a wish list for further crossovers in the future? Because now that I see the Arwing, it's like I want a Battlestar Galactica Viper.
Right.
And like
I want a TIE fighter swooping in.
Yeah, all kinds of other things.
Well, we're gonna continue building on Starlink, and we've got tons of plans for additional content down the road, and free content as well to keep adding on and building up that universe.
How did this even come about? I mean, were you all working on the game and you thought, man, wouldn't it be cool to have an Arwing in the game? And
we always thought it would be cool. We always thought it was a dream, but it actually came about just 1 year ago, last E3. And we were here. I had the kind of privilege of announcing the game up on stage at our Ubisoft conference. And we had a behind closed door demo. And last year, when we were doing that behind closed door demo, a small group from Nintendo America came by and asked if they could see it. And we said, of course. And we showed them the game, and they were very poker faced. They're tough to read. But at the end of the thing, one of them came up and said, oh, do you mind if we bring back another group of people?
Oh.
And we said, okay, yeah, that's cool. And they came back, and it was all of these just absolute legends from Nintendo. It was okay, like the director of Mario Odyssey and of Mario Kart and all these guys. And so we were very nervous and excited. But we did the demo for them, and they came by with another group, and Reggie Fils-Aime came by, and so at that point we kind of knew something was up, and we started talking to them afterwards, and then I had the incredible honor to travel with a couple people from the team to Nintendo's headquarters in Kyoto to pitch this collaboration to Mr. Miyamoto and the original Star Fox development team.
Nice.
Is that just
so that was
a dream come true?
It was the most amazing moment of my game development career.
That's incredible.
It was pretty amazing to be there and have that opportunity. But they liked the pitch a lot, and they really liked what we were talking about. And I think both companies agreed that this just seemed like such a natural fit to have Fox and the Star Fox, the Arwing, the Star Fox content join forces with Starlink.
Yeah, I've been enjoying the Ubisoft and Nintendo cooperation between Mario Rabbids and now seeing Star Fox and Starlink. So Starlink's coming out October 16th, 2018 for Switch, Xbox One, PS4.
Absolutely.
I'm picking up the Switch version myself.
I already pre-ordered that bundle. I honestly did. Someone sent me the link that said it's up on Amazon, and I was like, well,
I'm going to do that right now.
Got it.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us. Thanks for
Thank
taking
you
the
so
time.
much for
I
having
appreciate
me.
it.
Thanks,
Let's throw
guys.
it back over to the sidecar, see what they're up to.